why? The question is why? Why does God want us to ask? Doesn't he know already? Wait, it just, doesn't it seem, have you ever thought this? It seems kind of mean. It seems kind of mean, God. I mean, you already know it, first of all. And then it's like, God, does he just enjoy watching us grovel? Please, Well, it's not like that. It's not like that. And here's why. Because you've got to keep in mind that God is a covenant God. Okay. God is the truth. God does not lie. He cannot lie. Okay. And so if he makes a promise, he will never go back on that promise. Okay. And so one of the very first promises, the very first covenants that God made with humans through Adam and Eve was this covenant of free will. Okay. And so God refuses to go back on that promise. He refuses to take back our free will. He insists upon giving us free will, no matter what. And so he does not force anything upon us. He doesn't force himself. He does not force even the good things upon us. Okay. This is, by the way, is the answer to that question. Why do bad things happen to good people? Why does God allow bad things to happen? Because he gave us free will. So if you got these people making bad decisions, there's going to be bad in the earth. And that's not going to be the case forever. But right now, we are under that covenant of free will. And God, he won't break his promises. He is the truth. Okay, and so by us asking God for these things, even things that seem to be promised to us in the Bible, we are actually giving God permission to give us these things, right? Love, joy, peace, patience, all these things. And I know that sounds weird because God is sovereign. Yes, he is. He can do whatever he wants, but he refuses to break his promises. So when we ask him, it gives him permission to give us these things. This is the way he set it up, not my idea. God set it up this way, and he insists upon giving us this free will. So it's so important that we ask him, that we practice this asking him for these things. Plus, it gives us an opportunity to partner with him and to be yoked to Jesus and to participate in this process. So, but notice that this asking, when we're asking for things like for sanctification and for the fruit of the Spirit, things like that, we don't have to come to him and beg, okay? We're not like, God, please, just give me joy. It's not like that, okay? And here's why it's not. Because when we're asking for things like this, we can be confident in our asking. This is where the promises come in. Now, let me show you a couple of quick scriptures. Jesus says this, therefore I say to you, all things for which you pray and ask, believe that you have received them, they will be granted to you. He says, whatever you ask in my name, this I will do, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask me anything in my name, I will do it. Now, a lot of people take these promises like this, and there's several more of them in the scripture, and they try to turn it into a physical promise. Now, God's not promising anything physical here, but he does want to bless us physically. Okay, but he doesn't promise that, okay? But when you are praying for things like sanctification, okay, you can know confidently that it is God's will to sanctify you. You can pray confidently knowing that it is God's will to make you like Jesus Christ. It is God's will for you to learn how to walk in his peace, joy, and fruit of the Spirit, and victory and freedom. You can know that. You can pray for those things very, very confidently, okay? And know that you are asking in accordance, in alignment with God's will, and God will be faithful to those prayers. You will be amazed at the difference that will make in your life, because God, he is so much bigger. He is so much deeper, higher, more complex, more gracious, more wonderful than we can ever comprehend in our stupid human minds, okay? And God desires, he really desires, for you to share in his amazingness. He wants to shower us with his glory and blessings. He wants to. But we have to ask, and we have to partner with him in order to live that kind of life, because he refuses to force himself upon us. He is such a gentleman, and he patiently waits for us to ask and seek. But if you will go there, if you will choose this life, this sanctified life, okay, and you will ask and you will seek him, then you will have this grand, epic adventure of a life. It is truly wonderful, because you know what? We never reach the end of God. We never reach the end of God. There will always be more to experience and learn as we journey further into his glorious, glorious heart.